Welcome to Smoky Ribs. I'm Russ Jones. If any of you watching this are from the Gulf Coast area around Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, even Florida, then you probably are no stranger to smoked mullet. Now that's what I'm doing today. I actually did a video probably three and a half, 4 years ago showing how I do smoked mullet. And I'm basically doing the same thing in this. I will be adding a little bit different seasoning, but for the most part it's going to be the same. But what I am utilizing is the Lone Star Grillz Insulated Mini, the insulated vertical smoker. And ever since I've owned that, I've told myself, man, that is a perfect smoker for smoking mullet or any fish. And so you know, you could do this with any kind of fish. We've smoked redfish. I've even bought steelhead, and I've done that. That's really good, and that's something that's not native of our area, but you can not normally find in your fish markets. You know, it's shipped in. So point is, you can do it with multitudes of fish.
Talking about fish, you know, because I live on a boat, I'm around it every day. Tuna is actually really good for smoking.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Matter of fact, I was going to say I've done tuna dip, and I'll put a link somewhere, maybe at the end of this video, one of the cards that pops up on my tuna dip. Now what you can do is, instead of using tuna, you can use smoked mullet. You talk about good.
Oh yes.
Smoked mullet dip. And my problem is I don't mullet fish anymore, but right now they're running, which I thought is a little bit early. I always thought they ran like in October.
It's about a month and a half early, actually.
Yeah, so, but Grant Foster, y'all have seen him in some of my videos. I want to do a shout out for him. He owns Rising Sun Crab Traps right here locally. And anyway, he might pop in here in a little bit, and if he does, I'll get him to talk about his business there a little bit.
I can actually vouch for his traps because I use them around my boat, his crab traps and his shrimp traps. They work great.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He sells a little miniature kayak size, and it's perfect for a sailboat. Have you used them since we moved?
Oh, they're in the water right now.
Oh, cool, awesome. All right, we're gonna be right back, and I'm gonna show you how to prepare this mullet for smoking. Now I've got 14 of these. He asked me how many did I want. I said, give me 10 of them. And he wanted me to do 4 for him. He's never had smoked mullet. I'm talking about Grant Starling Foster. He's had them fried, but he's never had them smoked, and I'm fixing to just rock his world. I promise you that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all of these done. And then after that, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna prep them. The smoker's already up and running. I've got the firebox, and I've shown in other videos how to set up the firebox on the Lone Star Grillz Insulated Mini. I am using a lump charcoal. I'm using a Fogo lump charcoal in this cook, and I'm also using alder wood. Now, in our area, primarily most people use woods that are native to us, such as hickory, which is a little strong for fish. So a lot of people opt out for pecan wood. But I'm here to tell you, even if you have to order it, and I did, I ordered a big bag of alder wood. The alder wood chunks, you cannot beat the flavor of alder wood, not only on this fish, but any fish. In my last smoked mullet video, I showed a Florida style. Man, that's the one we really enjoyed over the Cajun style. Cajun style is good, but man, this style, it was the bomb diggity. There ain't no doubt. So here's how you do it. All right, I'm going in with just plain yellow mustard. Gonna go in with about a half a cup. That's a half a cup right there. Now the next secret ingredient, ain't too secret, Louisiana hot sauce. So the ratio, you want about 60% hot sauce, 40% mustard. So if I've got a half a cup, I probably need to bring this up to, let's see here, a full cup and probably another third. That's gonna be close enough. I'll tell you what, let me pull this little plastic doohickey off, and this will pour a whole lot better. There we go. All right, there's 1 cup. And there's a third. Going to transfer that into this bowl so I can mix it up well. Just give this a really good blend. Alright, so 3 of these mullet I'm doing different than all the rest, and I'll explain real quick. I'm going to take a mullet, I'm going to lay him right here. Take another one, lay him right here. And take me another one. This one just about came all the way apart, but it'll be alright. We're going to put him right there. Alright, so I've got 3 different Cajun seasonings. They are named Rust number 1, Rust number 2, Rust number 3. I'm working with someone on developing a Cajun seasoning based on the one that I've already created. And this guy, this is what he does for a living, and he's tweaking these, and he gave me 3 of them to try, and I haven't had that opportunity, so I thought I'd take that opportunity today to put them on 3 identical things, which is the mullet. We're going to go with number 1 right here on this first one. And these will be done separate from all the other mullet. And we're just going to put this seasoning on here. And then I'm going to do number 2 on this one, which is right here. And number 3 here. We'll be back. Now we're going to apply the sauce, the mustard and the hot sauce. Put you a good hefty coat on there. And if they need more of this during the cook, we'll add it. If they don't, we will not. Try not to knock your rub off. Just let this lay right on top of it. In the last video, all I used was salt and pepper, and you can certainly do that, but I think this is going to add a little bit different element to it, and it's also going to give me a chance to see which one of those rubs I like the best. To not bore you with this entire process, I'll just tell you what I'm getting ready to do. These are done, they're ready for the smoker. I'm getting ready to do these other 11, and we're going to use this New Bay seafood seasoning. This is from Heaven Made Products, and what does it say? It's not your Old Bay, it's much better. Well, we're going to find out. Be my first time using this as well. We're going to apply that, put the mustard and hot sauce on there. I'll see you at the smoker. All right, now these are the 3 that I said I'm trying 3 different rubs on to see which one I like the best. And we're going to put this on the top rack on our Lone Star Grillz insulated mini. Now I'm going to go all the way towards the back. I can probably get a few more right here in front. Now I've got a few more in there I haven't gotten ready yet. I thought I'd go ahead and get these on the smoker. Let me turn to where you can see what I'm doing here. We're just putting these right on the grate. Now I don't know if I mentioned it, but you leave the scales on these always, and you're not going to eat the skin. The meat will just pull off. It's almost like a serving tray by the time these are done. We can get a few more on this rack, and let's put a few more back here. Right there. Tell you what, this is a perfect smoker for doing this. I've still got enough room. I could probably have done 20 of these no problem, and probably more than that if I wanted to crowd them, but I'm not crowding anything. And so, you know, I'm running the smoker between, right now it's cold because I've had the thing open, but it was running 225 when I opened it. 225 to 250 is perfect for smoked mullet. Gonna take roughly 3 hours. I'll take a look at them after about the first hour, hour and a half. And what you're looking for, you don't want them to dry completely out, but you do want kind of a dry texture, but they're still a little moist. And you can pick them up almost like cardboard at that point. That's where they should be, with a nice smoky flavor. And I'm telling you, that hot sauce and mustard, man, it makes them pop. All right, we've been going about an hour and a half. I'm at 250 degrees. That's where I'm wanting to be, between 225 and 250. let's take a look and see what we're looking like. Oh yeah, man, yeah, that's looking good. They're not done. They're getting close. Probably about another hour, something like that. Now, what I'm thinking about doing is taking this shelf here and swapping it with the top one. As everybody knows, heat rises, so I'm imagining this top is a little bit hotter. So to keep them cooking about the same, we're just going to lower this one in, just like so. Bottom's looking good. So I'm gonna let these go about another hour. We'll give them a look and see how they're going. All right, we are done on the mullet. Just checked them, they're looking good. So I'm gonna pull out the rack and we're gonna start loading these up in this container right here. Now this was the top rack. This has got the 3 that I've got to try individually to give you my thoughts on that Cajun rub, but I'm gonna go ahead and remove all these first. All right, I'm gonna put some foil over top of this. They're really hot right now. We're just gonna let them cool off a little bit. Meantime, I'm gonna remove them last 3 and I'll be right back to give you my thoughts on it. All right, we are back and look who showed up. This is Grant Foster. This is the guy that furnished the mullet for this video. Tell them a little bit about your business there, Grant, while I got you here.
My name's Grant Foster, and I make crab traps for our local area. I deliver between Pensacola to Louisiana mostly.
You had a big shipment go out a couple of years ago, I think, maybe not that long, to Texas.
Texas, yes.
Yeah, man, that was that truckload full of
Oh
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
100
Yeah.
of them I built for a guy.
Awesome. Yeah, he's right here in our local area, so if you live anywhere, you know, on the coast and you do crabbing for a living, look this guy up. I'll have some information in the description box to where you can contact him through your Facebook. You have a website too,
Yes,
right?
www.risingsuncrabtraps.com.
risingsuntraps.com. Okay. So this is the #1 rub, #2, and #3. These others we have already tasted and they are just spot on. They're good. So we're each going to give our opinion on which one we like the most to see if there's really is any difference in it. And as I said earlier, you can take this backbone and it just peels right away. Got to watch for the bones. That's the biggest thing. All right, y'all go ahead. Try some of this one first. Yeah, try to get that seasoned part. That's got a really good flavor. Okay. Good?
It is good.
Good. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Pull me off a little piece right here. Ooh, that one's good. That one was a little thicker and it's not as dried out. I like them a little bit on the dry side. I know that sounds contrary to what most people think when they're thinking of fish, but that's just the nature of smoked mullet. I don't mean totally dry. You have a little moisture in there, but you don't really want them wet. And that one's a little wetter, but oh, it's good. That hot sauce is coming through.
That hot sauce,
Yeah,
I
it
can
is.
taste more of that
Yeah.
than I did the mustard.
All right, let me pull a little piece off this last one here. I see a bone.
There you go.
Thank you.
Ooh, that's good. Ooh, I like that the best.
#3 is tasty.
#3 is the best.
Very good.
We're gonna have to agree on that one.
Oh, that's a big difference. I don't know what Mike did different on that last one, but that's really got a nice flavor. They're all good. Don't get me wrong. You would be happy with any of them if you couldn't sit here and compare the difference. But #3, so Mike, if you're watching this, I'm going with #3, brother. All right, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And like I said, you can do this with really any kind of fish that you like. You know, I would recommend redfish if you got access to that. If you're up north, go with the steelhead. That's really good. You could do the tuna, the yellowfin tuna, like my son Derek said earlier. Really anything. And keep in mind, this makes an outstanding smoked fish dip. So if you can get your hands on this pie mullet and put that into a dip with crackers for any kind of anything, just eat it sitting there watching a show. It don't matter. Fantastic. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Until next time, smoke your ribs.